views and opinions of this program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the Kingdom Podcast. The show might include strong images and language that may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
This episode of the Kingdom Podcast is brought to you by the Bunk Collective.
It's scary to even think about this show. Through hell or high water amidst the variety of challenges, and after 8 years of doing what we do best, one thing united us all. One show ruled them all. When you played the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. There is no middle ground.
Wait a second. I think you got the wrong kingdom. Do you even know what happens on the show?
I was not prepared for that story that you're about to tell.
Are they the inevitable next nations group?
Not when they're handled by JYPE.
When a boy group idol is seen with like a girl group idol, a lot of people like suddenly here like dating, and then fan sites are gonna start closing down.
Yeah.
You know, all those stuff, and I'm like, I don't understand why.
Interacting with 60 different countries around the globe and listened to by thousands from the Philippine archipelago, The Voice is back for Season 2. Fearless, better, stronger, and boy does he enjoy the grind.
They're gonna be like, oh my god, let me sit on that. Like, OMG, no, stop.
We talk about what other K-pop shows are fucking afraid to talk about.
People will get invested only to know that they will disband. Because, everyone gets old at some point and they can't always be an idol.
Just because you love someone, that's not how they grow, right?
That's right.
You need to give it to them straight. You need to be honest.
From personal matters to all the juicy stuff, no holds barred.
They're like, oh, I don't trust multis because I don't
unfollow.
Okay, muted. Got you.
Broadcasting live from Manila, Philippines at the TKP Studios. This is the revelation that is the Kingdom Podcast, Season 2, with your host, the baddest SOB in K-pop podcasting history, the king himself, The Voice, DJ Yuki.
Jason.
Yes, P.
Yes. Jason, listen.
What?
Here's the thing. It's motherfucking TI-10.
Yes. And there is no crowd.
I mean, yeah, there's the thing where in day 2 you hear crowds, right? It's kind of cringy. It's like you don't see the crowds, obviously, because they're group stages, right? They're just clapping and then cheering. And it's like it's awkward because it's recorded. But TI-10 season, we've waited almost 2 years before that happened. Like 2 freaking battle passes later, and here we are.
Where did the money go?
I mean, it went in Lord Gaben's wallet. I don't know, but it's like right now for 2 billion pesos.
Yes,
just for the people listening again.
We have similar questions on this very topic.
Yeah.
The question of where is the money going?
Well, I think that's a usual thing where we don't really know where it's going. That doesn't apply only in Dota. It applies in governments, things like that. So we're used to it, so you don't have to worry. I just wanted to say I'm still rooting for my OG. Been a fan of them since whenever.
True.
It's like what back then in freaking motherfucking TI 6 or 7, I think, when they got beat by TNC, I was rooting against TNC. So
Well, that's
so
pretty sad.
I have loved No Tail since the beginning, and I will continue loving him. And I think they lost 2-0 to Aster. I just saw.
Oh,
but
okay, yeah. The first game was the first game was really
yeah.
bad.
The first one was a flop, But then the second game was a bigger flop, so whatever. Anyway, it's like I trust Thompson with my whole being. Not much Sumail yet, but anyway, bring an A. Welcome to the Kingdom Podcast Season 2. This is brought to you by Anchor.fm and the Bunk Collective. This is Yuki, my co-host, senior producer of the show. Jason here, co-hosting with me because... Jason, what are we going to talk about? There's something big happening, right? I always say that in K-pop, it's such a boring landscape in K-pop right now. I kind of find it boring.
And then, right now,
eto na! What the fuck happened here? It's like, okay, so I stand three groups mainly right now, Jason. It's Mamamoo, ITZY, and Luna, right? And a lot of people know that. It's in my bio. So, we in left, Mamamoo. ITZY produced like a subpar song. Look, I don't hate it. It's just that like it's not shy. It's not shy. It's not wannabe, things like that. And then here comes Luna, which is like my only hope for like clamoring for like something that's really solid. And then they release Paint the Town, and it's like blew my mind, and I love them. And then I find out that BlackBerry, I'm not going to call them by their acronym because it's weird, BlackBerry Creative, then fucking, like, they're bankrupt now or going there, or they can't pay their employees.
We don't even know what's going on.
Exactly.
There is no official statement. The Luna Island is in shambles. Everyone is departing onto Kwame.
And we're going to... Exactly. And we're... and we're going to talk about that. But before we talk about it, I want to introduce, we have two awesome guests here on the show. They are good friends of Jason. Jason, I think it's better for you to introduce them. Like, what do they do? Like, where do they live? Okay. What's their address? Things like that. We can send them, like, hate mail, ganon, after the show, probably. No, kidding.
Oy.
But yeah,
they
Jason,
get enough from Stan Twitter. Give them.
Fair enough. Like everyone gets hate in Stan Twitter.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So how did you get to know them? Yeah, introduce them.
For today, I got acquainted with them just by being, oh wow, there's a Filipino orbit community, and then it's just somehow
they saw you in
small.
OnlyFans, didn't they?
Maybe. If I had one, it'd probably be rich. At least better than what I have right now.
Exactly. Good stuff. Okay, so you knew them from the PhilOrbit community, basically.
And we got also acquainted due to Valorant. We had, a group called PhilOrbits. And now that kind of fell off the radar. So these people are actually really busy. What?
Sorry, that Valorbit name.
Valorbit.
Yes.
That is so witty. I want to download Valorant just so that I can join that group and never play. I love it.
True. That's what you do.
Valorbit. So witty.
It's okay. You're really not missing out. It's practically dead now.
Right. Okay, Jason. Sorry. Continue. I'm not gonna stop you. Go introduce them.
And after that whole thing, they now host spaces on Twitter. It's been a popular hit to the PhilOrbit community called TiPodcast. I welcome you, TiPodcast's Yobbi and Bianca.
Yay!
You may now introduce yourself. Okay. Yobbi first.
Bianca or Biancs, right? Yeah, Yobbi, please introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Yobbi. I go by Yobbi. You may know me as Gentle Nerd on Twitter. So it's nice to be here.
Hell yeah.
Classy.
Okay, Bianca, go.
I love it.
Hi, I'm Bianca. I'm Jinsel BFF on Twitter. I run the bakery manager on the Luna Island.
Bakery.
Wait, 1 second. What is happening with this Luna Island thing? Is this a thing?
Yes, it's our little island.
Is it a PhilOrbit thing? Is it a Valorbit thing? Like what
No,
are we looking
it's like
at?
an orbit.
An orbit
I think it came from summer
The summer
package,
package.
right?
Yeah.
That was the concept,
okay.
Luna Island, and now everybody is calling themselves residents
Of Luna Island. If you're
Of
or
Luna
if you're
Island.
from Luna
Yeah.
Island.
Look, guys, if you can be stuck with like not a Luna member, I'm looking into. Okay, fine. Well, if you can be stuck with a Luna member in a cave on that island and knowing that 11 other people are outside of that cave, who do you think can help you out? Just like as like a short topic, like who do you think can help you out escape that cave? Who's the Hyunjin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Isn't she like the most like athletic one?
Yeah.
They say, or
She's really
yeah, right?
athletic.
Okay, so you think Hyunjin's the one that can save you,
Yeah.
and then 11 other members are like just cheering you guys on.
Oh wow,
How
that's
about
like
you, Yobbi?
I don't think
Okay,
any
go,
of them
go.
can help me. I don't think any of them can help me. Honestly, like
Why? Why? What
based on what I
gives?
know, I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't know. Like
Are you
something
there?
about Luna. It's just they're not like
You don't even fuck.
they really
It's like they're
don't.
not helpful people. No, I'm kidding.
Like the
And
spirit is there, but like not gonna turn
So
out
they'll help
well.
you in spirit.
Yeah.
Yun lang.
Yeah.
Do you think? So you think you'd be better off alone in that cave with 12 members cheering you on compared to
I think they'd
someone
be
with
like
you?
I don't think they'll help get me out, but they'll like throw essential stuff at me in the cave. Like,
So
okay,
that's-
here. What do you
I think
need?
that's helping you settle in, don't you think?
Yeah, like they won't get out. Like, oh, this is your new home now.
Fair
You're a
enough.
little kid now.
Speaking
Jason,
of
how
new
say
home,
you?
do you know about the Luna dorm? The messy
What about it?
Luna dorm. Like we can relate this to this whole cave thing. Imagine you're like, do you know the movie Descent? The Descent?
Yeah, I've heard
It's
of
like,
it. Yeah.
It's that they're basically in a cave with monsters, right? Imagine you're in
Yeah.
that situation, and then you're with Luna members whose dorm is super messy. Like they can't even sort their daily lives out
Look.
that well.
Bro, if that's the case, then you can grab anything and use it as any weapon. You know, if like it's that messy, it's like you can grab like, oh look, a sword. It's like under a pile of friggin' shoes. You know, let me take
Yeah.
that. We wouldn't really know, but yeah. I mean,
My-
Yobbi, Bianca, welcome to the podcast. I know you guys are hosting your own, and that's super great. So before we get to the topics, like I wanted to get to know you a little bit better. How did this TiPodcast start? What does TiPodcast mean?
Explaining it is so.
Well, honestly, to podcast. When did we start?
Just suddenly started one.
I don't even know because it just started like randomly. I think.
Yeah. In the middle of the night, I think.
Yeah, and then we called it the podcast because it's a play on Tibo and podcast.
Podcast.
So I mean those things. I mean the Tibo part is like our brand basically.
Yeah.
Right.
And then that's it,
So
like,
because you're part of the LGBT community, is that?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, yeah. Right. Exactly. So it's Tibo podcast. That's
Yeah,
what you're saying.
basically.
Literally a Tibo podcast.
Yeah, basically.
That
that's it.
is awesome. That is great. Okay, so I gotta admit, I've listened to one of your episodes.
Mhm.
I totally forgot, but a lot of people were singing at that time, and I found like one or two of them. I don't remember if it's one of you, and I'm really sorry because it's like Jason was like, "Oh, bro, may usapan dun sa sa isang podcast na ganito ganyan." It's like, it's something controversial and stuff. It's like, okay, being the chismoso that I am, the boyabunda of K-pop podcasting, I had to go there and listen to it, and then it's like, oh, okay, like really serious stuff, and then it ended, and then everyone started singing, pulling out their ukuleles, their freaking guitars, and then started singing. It's like so beautiful voices. It's insane, and I'm hoping that it's one of you. Not because I want you guys to sing on this episode, but it's like because I was so blown away. Okay. I was so blown away with one or two of them. It is nuts.
Yeah.
I think it's one of your moots. Did I use that term correctly?
Yeah. That's true.
It's like they sounded so. I don't know, Jason, if you finished the podcast episode. Remember the episode where you said that they're talking about something and it's controversial, and then you asked me to listen.
That's a lot.
I listened to the whole. I listened to the whole episode. I totally forgot even.
That's a lot. That's a lot to talk about.
That's probably the one after
with
the Astro thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Before we we'll get to our first commercial break first, right? And I wanted to get to know Yobbi and Bianca better, and we're gonna talk about that episode later on, a little bit more specific before we get to the commercial break. But, just basically, I wanted to start off by asking you how it started, like, the TiPodcast and how it blew up. Like, what was the turning point for the podcast where everyone started listening?
I wish I knew too, because like I said, we really just started the spaces like on a whim,
random.
because when we're really just bored with like the timeline, because you know how it is with Luna, it's silent most of the time. So we just started it because we were bored, and then I think it really took off
after the Astro thing.
Yeah, I think.
So that was the time where everyone listened in talaga.
Yeah,
I think we hit 600 listeners and trended.
Yeah, I saw
600 chismosos and chismosas.
Yeah, I was one of them, and it's great.
Like even non-Filipino orbits are tuning in. It's just crazy. I think they were for the people who were singing.
They had tremendous voices, and some of them sang Korean, I think.
They're really good.
And I'm very critical when it comes to singing, and like some of them, I was even hoping like, hey, like I think I remember Jason asking him like, hey, can we guest some of them in the podcast? Were they Bianca and Yobbi that I was talking about, Jason?
That was the Orbit representative. Shout outs to, I think it was Projinsol.
I mean
Jonah. Jonah was the display name. Shout outs to you.
Yeah. I really have no idea, but you guys made some solid points there. I loved listening to it. I picked up a lot of shit when it comes to, not shit negatively, but a lot of shit when it comes to standing nowadays, I guess. And and I was saying this too before Yobbi joined us like on the second iteration of the Zoom meeting. But I was saying that Jason's a bit more in touch in the Stan Twitter culture, or like basically the culture in general compared to me. So, I might say things that might be like, considered be offensive. So it's like, and I have Jason here to control me on that. But then again, I guess I feel that starting podcasts or starting spaces like this, and I've been joining a lot of spaces recently because we just recently signed with the Bunk Collective, which is, a really big thing. And thank you very much. And they've been inviting me here and there to listen to freaking, not only listen but speak on their podcasts. So it's a big eye opener for me, especially hearing other people, not only in K-pop but just basically whatever your podcast is about. And I'm just glad that the podcast mostly revolves around still Luna. Is that right, or is it like just basically a mix of everything?
More or less.
Just so happens to orbits.
It's a mix of
it just so happens na a lot of our audience orbits. So
do you talk? Do you still talk about Luna there?
Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, freaking A. So that show, before we get to our commercial break, that show, the Astro thing. I don't even know what group that is. Is that a boy group?
Oh my God! Can you stop?
What?
You're fanning flames.
So I mean, look, I'm not saying that they're untalented or fucking whatever you say, because everything that you say, if it's not for like your specific group, it's negative. It's like I have no idea who Astro is. Like
boy group. They're a boy group.
They're a boy group.
That's like from 2014.
16. I'm looking at it right now. 16,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Look, I have no idea who they are, but can we discuss like what happened there? It's like, okay, what gives? Like, what came about of that show?
Yobbi, Bianca, do you still remember? Because I do. Do you know the whole thing?
Like what happened?
A lot.
I don't remember
how it went down. Okay. I think I have the whole recollection.
Okay, go for it, Jason.
Rundown.
So, Eve, member of Luna, was a host in
Eve,
Fact
step
and
on
Star.
me, thanks.
Salamat. She was a host there, right? And this guy, I think it was MJ. Yeah,
yeah.
This
How
guy
do you even remember the names? Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Okay. I remember useless stuff. And this guy MJ, who is an Astro member, was supposed to be, the one returning, and then he'll be switching with Eve. So what they did is basically what we do in this podcast. We did banter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They did banter. So, scripted banter.
Right.
It made Eve look bad, but if you thought about it in a comedic way, it's not bad at all. And then, so the fans came up and Eve is disrespecting, apologize to Astro, etc., etc. And then here's the fun part. They didn't know.
I'm waiting.
They didn't know that it was scripted. Plus, there was a mistranslation that came out to the fans. Yes. They misinterpreted it, and then they still blamed Luna. They still, tried to pin it on them. They never admitted.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. What was the gist? What was the gist of the conversation between Eve and MJ? Or JM?
It's like, I think it's something like, you're replacing me. It will be something
about,
you're boring, etc., etc. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
something.
I think there was kind of like a role reversal thing, because Eve was supposed to be the sunbeam of MJ in that skit, but then in real life, and MJ is older. Is older. So there was a role reversal thing, and then Eve joked about respecting MJ, and like there was like that kind of banter between people of different ages. So there was a mistranslation between two fandom translators, and then just both fandoms just blew it way out of proportion, and then it was this he said she said thing.
Yeah, and then there was space.
There was a space, and that's how it went down. It's like they were fighting. That wasn't the TiPodcast space specifically, but we had an after party.
Yeah, the TiPodcast was
the podcast after party, where it all went up. The rest was history.
Yeah,
not really.
Okay,
that's how history was made.
Yeah, basically that's it.
That's the origin story.
Fucking A. More power to the podcast. We'll go to our first commercial break.
Alright.
When we come back, we'll discuss more of Luna and what's basically happening. So please do not go.
This is Mo Twister, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuki.
Hey, you. Doing this podcast thing for years now, I've always been an advocate to start your own podcast. Regardless if you talk about K-pop, science, news, politics, showbiz, start doing it because podcasting is growing very quickly, not just in the Philippines, but also worldwide. There's a whole lot of new shows out there, and we as podcasters need to stay informed in order to stay relevant. The best way to do that is with data, numbers, and analytics. Something to keep track of how you're doing. And the best way to get it all in one place is Podmetrics, your one-stop shop for all your podcast data needs. Podmetrics combines data from Anchor, Spotify, Chartable, Facebook Live, and YouTube in order to show you the real picture of how your show is doing. And when you know your show, you can grow your show. The best part is it's absolutely free. Sign up now at podmetrics.co. That's podmetrics.co. And don't forget to use the referral code The Kingdom Podcast. No spaces. Podmetrics, the only analytics you'll ever need for your podcast.
Hey guys, do you use Spotify as your main music or podcast player? On Spotify, you can listen to all your favorite songs or shows, including this. And you can choose over a variety of artists or podcasters for your listening pleasure. So go download Spotify on your smartphones and in the process, follow us on social media so that you'll know when the show will release a new episode. That's the Kingdom Pod PH on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you there!
Nag-uulat mula sa shore na kasing pretty ko.
Bringing you the latest and greatest.
And diving deep into the cool waters.
Of BLs and GLs.
And every kind of love there is.
We are the Shippers. Sail with us as we watch our favorite queer love stories.
And update you about the latest every week.
Kaya tara, sakay na as we sail the open seas.
With new episodes Mondays and Wednesdays on all major podcast streaming platforms.
Sakay na you, let's go.
You are listening to the Kingdom Podcast. All our episodes are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and on Anchor.fm. Your weekly dose of K-pop is now back.
Welcome back to the podcast. This is basically the time where I invite you to support the podcast by going to Anchor.fm/thekingdompodph/support. You can donate as low as 99 cents via our Anchor account to help us keep the show moving forward. If you want to support us in that kind of way, as low as 99 cents, you can go to Anchor.fm/thekingdompodph/support. You're still with me, Yuki, with Jason here, and Yobbi and Bianca of the TiPodcast. Guys?
Hey.
Hello? Hey.
Hello.
It's like real life commercial break isn't really a commercial break. I had to figure out some production shit, and putang ina, I hate it. But, friggin' A, we're here. Guys, can I just say, before we get to like our main topic, I've been simping over Chu Can Do It recently.
Yeah. It's a really good show, like for Chu. She's brand.
Really cares.
She is hilarious, I have to say.
Yeah.
And it's not always about the cutesy stuff, and like a lot of people might find that cringy. And
they're
I
miserable.
understand where they're coming from.
They're miserable for it.
No, I try and understand where they're coming from. Pero kasi it's not always the cutesy stuff. It's the content that is like Chu, like that's what Chu's providing in that show, which is like super cool. Like everyone, I think, regardless if you're in orbit or not, you should definitely watch it. It's like we watch a lot of shit when it comes to when it comes on YouTube anyway. A lot of idols are now starting their own YouTube channels. So, I think Chu Can Do It is one of the better channels.
Yes, because it's actually
in that
produced
platform
and written well.
Yeah, and it's not irritating.
They really put their heart into it.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
think
good
Chu
shit.
carries
I
it
like
really well.
I think so too. I think so too.
Charisma, personality.
I think what Chu does in that show is just natural. It's like just her being her, and then she just put into some situations like the eco.
When I found out that she can actually carry the show, is that one episode where she made content out of being in a quarantine room. If you can make something out of that with nothing like but your bag and belongings in it, like I think you can do everything. And
God bless
I just
Chu.
feel like, I mean, yeah, God bless Chu. I mean,
That's
God
why
bless
Chu can do
her
it.
so much. Yeah, that's why Chu can do it. Freaking good stuff.
Chu, I can
All right, guys.
do it.
No, shut up. Okay. Right. Let's get to the topic. Let's address the elephant in the room. What's happening?
Okay.
Why is BlackBerry bankrupt? I mean,
let's go back like 2 years ago. Yeah, I think it's already been 2 years ago. It's been probably after Butterfly or something. So basically,
I think you even said this to me at one
yeah,
point, Jason,
they
and
signed.
I didn't believe you.
They signed with Donuts. It's a company, Japanese company, I think. Doesn't matter. They had the contract that they're supposed to advertise something. It's like a platform, and they didn't do it. So what happened?
Okay.
Is that they filed a lawsuit against BBC, which cost them a lot of money. That was the first,
Against who?
Lawsuit.
BlackBerry Creative. God, I'm
Sorry,
way much
I had
more
to.
of an adult. That it's really
Okay,
jarring that
and
I
then?
can say BBC with a straight face.
Yeah.
So what
I mean, you
happened?
can't. I think Pornhub ruined us like a whole lot. So,
Bruh, come on. Let's not go into that. Anyways,
anyway,
you made me lose track.
okay, you talk about Donut, and then they
Yeah,
filed
Donuts.
against BBC.
Okay, the lawsuit. The lawsuit against
The lawsuit.
BlackBerry Creative.
BlackBerry.
God.
Okay, BlackBerry. Thanks, Bianca.
So they paid somewhere $100,000 worth of
Okay. Yeah, hefty amount.
something
Yeah.
damages.
Big amount.
Yeah,
1 billion
that's like
won.
$1 million won, right?
Billion
Basically.
won.
Yeah.
So that was the first scare. Everyone was scared that Luna was disbanding, etc., etc. And then we just blew past through it somehow.
Uh-huh.
Now,
Now it's all blowing up in our
with
faces,
Chu,
basically.
Right.
Yeah. Now with Chu can do it. Chu getting brand deals. Luna getting a total of 400,000 copies. 400,000 copies of albums in total.
100,000.
Below G Idol, they're sixth on the list when it comes to the year that they debuted. They're the sixth best sellers. Somehow, no one's getting paid. No one's getting
So
paid.
crazy.
It's
Right. I mean, what happened there? Bakit biglang hindi sila nagbabayad? I mean,
We don't.
didn't you say that Jason at one point
Yeah.
back then, like didn't you say that they're backed by one of the biggest arms dealers in the
Yeah,
world?
that's basically Polaris, right?
Yeah,
Right.
El
Just
Quang.
then Polaris, then BlackBerry.
Right. So what's happening here? I've always said this, that Luna and their music videos are the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse of K-pop, and I've always
first of
been
them.
such a huge fan of how they produce their music videos, because like I'll obviously look at their music videos. A lot of production costs went in that, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't. It's not a one-room music video, SM, things
That's
like
crazy.
that. It's
Fun
that's right.
fact.
I mean,
Favorite was a one-room music video. It's one of their best music
Oh
videos.
yeah,
was
it's
it?
filmed in
Industrial
Realistically.
one warehouse.
Mm-mm.
I've always been impressed with how the production goes. I think
Wikipedia.
So What is the best K-pop music video of all time. Of all time, I've watched a billion of them, and I just feel that So What, as far as production, cinematography, everything goes.
Yeah.
Like it's the best of all time. And
You should try Sweet
I just
Crazy
always
Love.
felt
Sweet Crazy Love.
No, okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is what I'm trying to say
Yeah.
earlier to you, Jason, where I never believed you that they're gonna go bankrupt at some point, or that thing back then 2 years ago na parang it might blow up and they might lose a ton of money. Kasi nga, they've been producing consistently good music videos. And then here comes this. And they just produced Paint the Town. You know? Which is a good music video. Like, the production's still there. It never really dwindled down,
Shout
And
outs to
I just feel that
Digipedi. I love you.
Digipedi.
Tama.
And is Not Friends like one of the music videos that actually Blockberry produced as well?
No, that's
I don't think Digipedi wasn't.
Is it just Ryan?
I think it was just Ryan.
Okay.
Ryan,
so, things
sana
like that
hindi
where
masarap pagkain mo, hayop ka.
Fuck you, Ryan.
Well, wait. What's happening here? What's with
So-
Ryan now?
So many things going on all at once in Orbitland.
Yeah.
What the
Basically,
fuck?
Ryan
I thought Ryan was like a superhero because he produced Not Friends or whatnot.
Oh, dude, we thought
What's
so
happening
too.
there?
Oh, yeah,
Actually,
wait.
a
He's a
person with questionable ethics.
So sana hindi masarap yung ulam niya mamaya, ganun.
Sana makatapak din ng
Yeah,
Lego.
he's let's say he's not a good
Not very.
person.
Role model.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
think women should be in
right.
the same room as him like that.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. Well, he's not the topic. I could care less what he is.
Yeah.
But all right. So going back to Blockberry, now there's this news that they can't pay their employees.
They have
And-
not been paying their
Yeah.
employees.
They have
since
not been
the
paying.
Start,
Since
I
Okay.
think.
2020.
Oh yeah.
No.
And there's a
Yeah.
lot of money
No.
involved.
It's very bad.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Okay, so guys, do we have like any source where Luna might be involved in this?
they
Like, yung
probably
hindi rin ba
are.
sila nababayaran?
They probably are not getting paid. They've been saying it the whole time.
They're
Luna the
very
Town
vocal
saying
was the
about
first.
it.
I think. Can you guys support me on this? Luna the
Orbit
Town,
Ring.
right?
Yeah, they've been
Orbit
joking
Ring?
about it
Really?
since Luna the Town 2020. Orbit Ring, yeah. It was
Okay, tell me
Olivia.
about Orbit Ring.
It was Olivia. She was in an Orbit Ring call one time, and she told one of the fans to just buy out the company.
No.
Like
That
said,
bad.
Can you buy the company like that? She just said that. All
Oh
right.
no.
And the
Okay.
context for Luna the Tam, the joke was, oh wow, you guys are gonna give us money? Wow.
That was,
We didn't
that was
know
how their
that
reaction
bad. We didn't know.
Okay, so disbanding news, obviously it happened 2 years ago and it's happening now. It's not the first time for Orbit,
Yeah.
right?
That's the crazy
So-
part.
Right. So I wanted to ask you guys, when you found this out, like how did you react to it? Like as fans, as individuals, like did you feel threatened in any way that they might disband now?
Yeah, because it's our first time going through this.
Oh shit! Really?
Mini Yobbi.
Yeah, basically,
Oh.
because like I
up.
personally I joined during the So What era, so I wasn't.
Yeah,
really
me too.
I wasn't really involved during the time when the donuts issue first occurred. So this was really like turbulent times for me as a little bit.
Yeah, it's new, something new.
Yeah.
And you, Bianx, when did you join?
Yeah,
in?
same time as her. So what era?
Oh, So What era? Okay, so
Oh,
Jason, I joined in the So What. Well,
Yeah.
not orbiting, not orbiting, right?
Yeah.
That's a verb now.
yeah.
But I knew of them. So what? Right?
Yeah.
And the first thing I asked Jason, hey, quick question. Who was the first one that sang? No, that's
he
Heejin.
did.
Oh, she's my bias now. That easy. It's like if you can rap and sing so consistently well, like I stand you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heijin is an all-rounder.
Oh man, yeah. I mean,
Truly,
oh my God, she
truly
is
an ace.
one of the perfect idols for me. One
Yeah.
of, not saying the perfect idol. I'm just saying that, if I were to put like a list of people that I think you should look forward to, regardless if they're in a group or as solo artists, I think Heejin would be probably one of them. And for sure, like you can see, she's one of the best dancers. Like all of them are tremendous dancers, but she's one of the best dancers of the group. Like she sings tremendously well. She can rap for days.
Yes.
So and she draws freaking it. I
Yeah.
just recently found out, Jason.
Yeah,
It's like what the
Her
fuck?
artist
And she
too,
draws like it's not like noobish drawings. Like she draws really well.
Yeah,
Like
it's like
drawing,
It's
drawing.
the joke was
like drawing, like Picasso level drawing.
Yeah.
the joke
Like
was
An art girl.
yeah.
the
Na,
joke.
lumaki sa art attack yun.
Art attack tsaka si Pintado.
Oh, yun si
Sa,
Pintado.
ano yung art attack sa Pilipinas?
Art Angel.
Art Angel?
Art
Oh, fuck.
Angel.
Yeah, Art Angel.
Pintado.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, laking Art Angel yan si Heejin. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
probably tweet that out later on. So,
Speaking about
Yep.
Heejin being an artist, the joke was that Heejin's gonna keep the group up.
Commission.
She's asking for commissions. Oh, guys,
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna post my rates. Check out my art. Shout out.
I think
to
she
all
should
the
definitely
artists.
do it, right? I mean, you'll never know.
No.
Okay, so just going back to the topic, let's talk about Heejin later on, because I love her tremendously. So, when you found out, now Bianx and Yobbi, you guys are new to this, so these are tremendous times right now. It's such an incredible time for you, in a bad way. So, it's
Sign
like,
of the
incredible
time.
can mean two things, right? Incredible can mean two things, like incredible, incredibly awful, incredibly good. So these are incredible times right now for you. So I know, Jason, that this would be obviously not your first. It's like, how did you react to it? Like, did you feel at all? Is this a more serious note compared to back then?
If you're asking me, yeah. It feels like super serious. Just the point where you can't pay your workers. Shout out.
Yeah, I think that's a
to
different thing,
Kim
right?
Min. We've been criticizing the outfits, and we didn't know she wasn't getting
We didn't know you
paid.
weren't getting paid. We're so
I would do that if I
So-
wasn't getting paid as well, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, okay. So, okay, 1 second. So, Orbits were criticizing one of their stylists
yeah,
for
yeah.
not styling them properly.
Yeah.
And now that you're finding out that she's not probably getting paid properly, now
Yeah.
everyone's apologizing to her.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but kinda,
So good.
when you're not getting paid, you understand.
Oh my god, that is so good. I love Orbits.
No, because like I kind of get it now. Like, I can imagine that Blockberry is probably not giving the styling department enough money to fully execute her
Obviously, yeah,
ideas.
probably they're one of the departments, right, that
Yeah.
are not getting paid. Yeah.
I mean, aside from not
Jesus
getting
Christ.
the right budget to fully
The
execute
materials as well.
what you want, but like
You have
for your labor
Wait,
as
how are they
well.
not getting styled properly? Why do I feel like they look awesome every time?
I think it's
Maybe
mostly
Just
because
look at.
it's
the reusing
not-
and the plagiarizing look.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I
that's,
think I
Jimin has been
Ah.
known to plagiarize. So.
Yeah, because
particularly
I'm
of
just
high
looking at some of their
quality.
stages. they look okay.
Like you can
I don't know.
tell.
Yeah,
just look at Go On.
you
I
can
think
tell
Go On's
na
the.
shoulder
Okay, go
pads.
Bianca.
You can tell
Shoulder
na
pads?
they're making with what they can. They're making do with
Yeah.
what they can.
If you haven't seen Go On and most of Kim Min's outfits, she's basically
Wait, which
you know
song
in
are we
Sunday's-
looking at?
I think just live
No,
live appearances
just in general, like
Yeah.
the way they style the girls.
Really? Because their showcase stage weren't bad. Like
For
I'm
PTT, I
watching
think-
WoW right now.
Yeah, for PTT, I think they kind of came through with that for this era at least.
Yeah.
But for
For
the past
12
eras,
For
for 12 especially, Midnight, I think it was not good. I'd put it that way. It's not good.
I think one more instance is the All I Want for Christmas Is You performance. The shoulder pad.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up.
The shoulder pad. Wait, I wanna see
That's
that. You know, in this album, that Paint the Town being the title track, I find it really impressive, right? But that's not my favorite song. Wow's my favorite song of this album.
Yeah, this actually is a really, really good song.
Yeah, it's a really good song.
It is. It is a tremendous song. Wait, where's the shoulder pad? I want to see the shoulder pad. Just 1 second. So this was back in 2020.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
When
Who
they
had the
were
shoulder
not
pad?
Go on.
Go on?
Go on?
Yeah, go on.
Oh wow, yeah. This is a massive shoulder pad.
Oh wow! Oh man, yeah. She looked like, who was the I'm looking at it right now. She looked like Bison from Street Fighter. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Damn, I'm so surprised you can pull up that reference.
I know,
He's the
right?
guy
Freaking
with
A,
the
yeah, I'm a-
hugest shoulder pads. It just looks like
Yeah,
every time she's in
so
a,
sad.
Sunday's best. That's not really the best.
The gala serve.
Yeah.
Why did she have those shoulder pads? That I'm confused.
I don't know. I don't know why they refuse
Came in
to at
love
least,
for shoulder pad.
not put her in
She's
a weird
already so small.
shoulder pad.
And they love putting her in really big outfits.
Yeah.
Oh, Go On. I feel bad for Go On.
Yeah, I feel.
But now that we think about it, like, we'd probably feel more like worse for the stylists. Now that everything's
They're not
like into
At least
into
everything
light
now is like has a rationality.
right,
Yeah,
exactly,
right.
Absolutely.
Everything makes sense now.
You can see how it's
We
going.
understand.
It's a direct
Yeah.
reflection of the company. Less on the stylist. Let's talk about choreography. The choreographers weren't
Ah.
getting paid.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the first blew up because of the choreographer.
Yeah. The
It was a
choreographers were like
choreographer who
threatening
spoke
to not attend.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
But then again, Jason, like, I have to talk to you because I don't know Bianca's and Yobbi that well yet, right? So I have to talk to you because you're big on the dancing thing.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're a dancer. It's like it's still impressive. I mean, right?
I mean, they're not doing bad. I'm not saying they're doing bad. It's just that they're doing this, for the love of the girls because they love the girls.
Literally.
Yeah, they're putting all of their effort, all of their work for free. They're
Yeah.
not getting paid to get this kind of good choreography. And I tell you, the rates for good choreographers are really high. In the Philippines, you can get one session for like 10. You have to like share amongst yourselves like 20,000 pesos. So you attend a dance crew for you attend a dance class for a world class for choreographer for one session, which is like 3 hours, and you're already be paying a share for 20,000 pesos amongst like 30 people in a small room. That's how the rates go, and I can't imagine it like locally, at least. Even when you can see they have to choreograph a whole piece for different songs and they're not getting paid for it. That's insane. We've gone through 2 albums from 2020 to 2021 where that's 2 albums worth of choreographies. Now we also have, did you know that they debuted in Japan recently before the
Yeah, I
news
know.
broke out? That's
Yeah,
what's
I know. Yeah.
that's the biggest surprise because
Yeah, because
it was
they
going
had
well.
the-
Everyone was
Yeah.
hula hooping. It was really, really the joke again.
Woke up one day like, what the fuck is happening?
we just what? Why is
How did they have the budget for them to have like a Japanese debut?
We don't know.
By the
not
sheer
pay
will
their
of God.
employees?
We don't know even. So there was
I think
this time. Okay, go, boss.
I
Yobbi.
think yung like Japanese debut nila, it was like postponed, right? Because I remember they released a video prior to the announcement of the Japanese debut. It was shot in 2019. Hassel was still there, short hair and everything.
Yeah,
basically butterfly ear Luna. They filmed it in 2019 in Japan, and then they only released it now when they were about to announce their Japanese debut. So I think
I didn't
all of the
know
money
it
that
was way back.
was supposed to go into this Japanese debut had already been invested. And they were just like, wait, let's kind of postpone it for a bit. Let's wait for Hassel. Well, I guess that's my guess. But yeah, I think it's already been invested money, and they were just like, fuck it, let's do it. But now the news broke
it's
out.
biting them in the ass.
The middle of the
You know what I don't
promotions.
Yep, sorry, you were saying in the middle of the promotions?
Oh yeah, they're just in the middle of the release for the Japanese debut, and then the news broke out about them not paying their employees. So now it's just we're stuck in like a weird situation.
Yeah, it's really the first time I've ever seen this in K-pop.
You know what I don't get when it comes to Japanese debuts, right? And we all know that Luna isn't, like they're big in Korea, but they're not, they're not top 3, right?
Yeah.
And I just feel that the market for Luna is just mainly in the Western Hemisphere.
You'd be surprised.
Like no, like mostly, right? I mean, everyone in the Western Hemisphere is going crazy for Luna, and it's obvious that they're probably in the top 3 there. I just feel that as an agency, I would bank on more of releasing English songs because they can speak English well.
They already did. Plus, they actually did well in Japan. So the question again is, where is the money going?
Maybe they can pay off the the people for this Japanese, like after this Japanese debut. Oh man, Jesus Christ! Look, guys,
rumor mill surrounding the them not paying their employees is that the CEO is embezzling the money. It's like they've been doing well since last year, and it just doesn't make sense that they suddenly don't have money to pay their employees. Like I mean, if you look at the album sales, the merch sales, everything kind of is going well.
Yes.
And then these things come out, and like something fishy is definitely going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, because the CEO, I mean the husband of the CEO.
Yeah, both of them.
Been involved in cases. He's involved in tax evasion cases.
Tax evasion, yeah.
Since 2010.
Jesus Christ.
Like, what the hell?
Okay, guys, look, how are Lunas reacting to this? And I know there are things that like especially Philorbits are doing, which are prayer spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you joined any one of them by any chance?
I joined
Yeah.
one of them.
Are you guys actually praying?
Yeah, they're actually. I was in one. I participated in it, and I actually did the prayer in it. Yeah, it started as a joke, you know.
So they're like novenas and
yeah,
literally
in different different religions. It was really, it started as a joke, and then it turned into something wholesome. Like
it's Lunas around the world.
Yeah, the Lunas around the world.
Wow. Okay.
It trended.
That is quite interesting.
The space trended worldwide. We had a caption on that hashtag.
What was
Yeah,
the
like a
hashtag?
little blurb
Hashtag
on the
Luna's
trend
Luna
list.
prayer space.
A prayer
Yeah.
space.
Mm-mm.
I think it said
And
something like Luna fans gather to
Gather
wish,
to pray for.
yeah, to pray for their group or something like that. But basically,
yeah.
you
Right.
know, when trending topics get so big, they get a little blurb on the trending list.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Mm-mm. So I just find it. I don't want to say funny, right? It's like I just found it just so different to what normally is the approach for,
I mean, it
let's say, like
started as a
a group,
joke,
you know.
Yeah,
and
and then it evolved into
honestly,
something.
okay.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
go lang.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry that like the stream is a bit delayed. I'm really sorry. It's not you guys. It's just that like hearing each other is a bit delayed for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah. Yeah, Jason, you were saying?
What do you call this? So it started as a joke, right? But the truth of the reality is we can't even control it because it's probably more or less something illegal going on with the CEO. And everyone's like, yeah, you should have bought albums and stream. Bruh, people are paying taxes and stuff in, real life stuff, jobs, and the government is not giving back. That's a similar feeling on what's happening at now. We do not have the power because the people in power is doing something else with the money.
Can't do
Like,
anything about
mm-mm.
like, money embezzlement.
Yeah, it's a crime. Okay, what do?
Oh yeah,
what
I
do
mean
you
for sure
guys-
it's a crime.
What do you
Yeah.
guys want us to do against people who are doing crime? We don't have anything, and
Yeah,
the news
we're
is
not
out.
lawyers. We're not really
Yeah.
part of the law enforcement in South Korea. I mean, that's not
Yeah.
something that we can do.
What do you mean? What do you mean stream? What do you mean buy albums? We have the stats. We have the
been
receipts.
streaming. We've been buying albums. It's not our fault the CEO is pocketing all our money.
Right?
Oh, so I guess there are other people that are not in touch with like what's happening.
Mhm.
It's not that, and I guess we can educate them, like mostly you guys, because you're educating me with what's happening. It's like, but in that aspect, I can comment. It's like, no matter how much you buy, if someone is getting the revenue for that and not paying out, their people, then no matter how much you buy, it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, like,
Guys.
basically that's it.
Literally
Like,
not.
yeah.
And by the way, all of these are alleged. All of
Alleged.
these are alleged.
The cases are alleged.
Yeah.
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 But
what
it's-
we're saying are alleged.
But
Yeah,
the no pay, non-paid employees is real.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a
Very,
That's for
recurring
sure.
thing talaga.
That's the
Kasi-
real news.
The choreographer said it herself or himself
Mm-mm.
themselves.
Oh well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a question before we get to our last commercial break because this is getting longer. Fantasy League, you know how fantasy leagues work, right? Where
Mhm.
Explain.
like for example in the NBA, like you go draft your own team, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you pick. I wanna see LeBron James play with Stephen Curry. Things like that, right? I just wanted to fantasize like if a specific agency can possibly afford Luna as 12 members, regardless of how rich or how bung up poor they are, right? It's like if you have like an agency in mind that you would want Luna to shift towards to, who do you think would be a good fit for Luna as an agency? Let's start with Jason first.
Okay. Play M, the one with Weekly or the one with Stacy. I think they've been doing a good job. I don't know about Weekly recently, but the last two comebacks were really good. I don't know promotion wise. Stacy have been doing super super good.
Yeah.
I
So
think
good.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I think both of our guests would agree with me on this. Uh, and I think the vision of what Luna is, or what's been going on with with the group's brand, I think will stick when it comes to those
Yeah, the
two
creative
companies.
part.
The creative part, yeah, right.
Play M. They're
Mm-mm.
under Kakao.
What does that mean?
Did you know that?
Yeah.
They're under Kakao Entertainment.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
Probably
So
just like
I think
yeah,
CJ
their
and the stuff,
brother
right?
company is Cracker with the boys.
right. That's right. They're also like sister companies with Starship guys. Like
Oh
you know.
no. I
Oh.
think not Starship. It's like been
I
doing
mean,
really
yeah, they're
bad.
they're sister companies. They're all under
Mm-mm.
Kakao.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I mean, Kakao's a
you know,
big, it's a
Really
big
big.
corporation.
yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah, it is. Like, and they've been like re reprinting a lot of albums
Yeah,
like from
they
different
are.
groups. So Edam is also no yeah, Edam is also in under Kakao. Edam is where IU is.
Mm-mm.
So you never know, things like that. How about Biancs?
I agree with Jason.
Play M?
Stacy Stacy's company is really good. I think it aligns with Luna's creative MM. Like, I think if they were to buy I think if they were to buy Luna, the Luna image would be maintained. Maybe. Pwede rin Star
Fair enough.
Magic.
Pwede.
Yes,
Oh,
Oh
with
my god, that's so
Beanie.
witty.
With
Beanie.
Beanie.
Oh my god, that's so witty. I love it. With the
I-
Star Magic.
Yeah.
Baka pasalihin ng Star Circle quest yan.
Uy, wag na na.
Tapos
Tandaan.
Another-
ng mga yung mga Star Magic na teleserye.
Jesus Christ.
Love
Wait, I'm
team.
not really sold into Star Magic. Remember, they signed Momoland, and look what happened. So,
Yeah.
I think this is actually a similar case with Momoland. It's like they either didn't get paid, the part where they didn't get paid, or the embezzling part. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying anything at this point.
Not sure. Yeah.
okay.
But,
How say you, Yobi?
Honestly, I don't know much about K-pop agencies, but honestly, Hassel could buy Luna. She could just start her own company. I don't know. In Luna, there
Should
are
they start their own
producers.
company? You're saying?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe they should. Honestly,
Yeah,
I think they can. I think they can.
I think you can.
With the way things are with BBC, I think Luna, the girls, the members, are exploring a lot of creative and getting involved in production, and I think in time they might be able to start their own company and handle and manage themselves without BBC. So I think for now they just, I don't know, I think they just need to change their CEO.
The whole management.
That's not happening.
Well, I know, but like, I'm just staying positive. This is me staying positive.
Yeah, I mean that's not really out of the picture. That's not impossible to happen. Like they've been producing a lot of their songs, writing their own songs as well. So there's a possibility of them just going for it. You'll never know. Hopefully, like they can, take cuts for like the first year, as far as getting paid, quote unquote, goes, because like they're co-CEOs of the company. And all 12 of them, and I think that's going to be a difficult task in itself. So we wouldn't really know. But if just going with that topic before we get to the commercial break, I think the agency that would probably need them as well. That would probably need them. My first choice would be because I'm addicted to them. I would probably pick P Nation. Jason. Look, I just love Psy. I love the creative freedom that Psy provides his artists. And like they can normally just do anything they want to do.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm okay with that, and I think Psy, as one of the most prominent figures in K-pop history, would probably realistically can afford all 12 members. If we're gonna look into it like in a realistic, standpoint, I just feel like P Nation, since they don't have like a group yet and they're all mostly managing, solo idols, like I think P Nation may need Luna like at one point. Or someone like Luna. So I think Luna would be a perfect fit for P Nation. That's my first choice. My second choice, and a lot of people are gonna hate on me on this, but you have to listen to my explanation on why, is someone like SM. But the only reason why is because SM needs a solid girl group.
Ooh,
Very controversial.
That's very controversial.
Very controversial.
I'm just saying that, they're not on the next level yet.
Ilabas mo ako dyan.
Just saying. I mean, guys, this is my point of view.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this on multiple episodes. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that aespa is a bad group. Obviously, they're so freaking talented, it's insane. And look at them. Like, they dance well, they sing well, they're beautiful. They're like, a good package, and can definitely be someone that can be, on top of the girl group scene. And arguably, they're probably already there, I'm just saying that the releases that they're doing aren't really that solid, and it's not their fault.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
I just have to say that I think SM needs a solid girl group like Luna, or
at least
Luna.
SM should stop doing all of these gimmicks.
Right.
Is what I feel.
Dude, do you know you guys, I think you guys know what Kwangya is, right?
Yeah.
You know what Kwangya is for me? Kwangya for me is one of the characters that Kwang Soo played in Running Man. Or was that Kwangja? I don't know. Because I just, I have no idea what Kwangya is. I just recently found out what it meant. And apparently it's like a universe or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the Kwangyaverse.
But
yeah, it's the Kwangyaverse.
That's why
whatever.
people
Like,
are departing Luna Island and going to Kwangya.
Because they're going to Kwangyaverse?
Yeah, they're going to
That's
Kwangya.
insane. Like, obviously Luna did it better.
At least
obviously Luna did it better.
I'm gonna stand with you on that.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, Bianca. Yeah, you were saying?
I mean, the difference between, for me, the difference between Kwangya and the Lunaverse is that the Kwangyaverse is it already has
Straight to the point.
set things. Yeah, it's there's no
Very in your face.
room for much of interpretation.
It's
not very.
It's more of like,
So it's more of robots, right?
watching it's like
Robots,
watching an
AI.
episode of anime.
Fucking snake.
Black Mamba.
Look, this is what I don't understand. And this is not Luna related now. And before we get to the commercial break, and I've been saying that multiple times. It's just that what I don't understand is how can SM, such a juggernaut in the industry, how can SM produce a song like "Don't Fight the Feeling," which is accepted by the K-pop community, because
What's that song?
It's not. It's EXO's "Don't Comeback" song.
For
me, at least for me, it sounds okay. It sounds good. It sounds so good, actually. How can they produce something like "Don't Fight the Feeling" and cross-produce that with Next Level?
I mean, they bought Next Level.
How can two polar opposites do that?
they bought Next Level, so you can't really blame them.
I love
Or at
Next
least
Level.
I mean, I'm still blaming them for buying Next Level. I'm just saying.
I think they're very invested in the overall brand and image of Espa. I mean, they do it with NCT too. So
Yeah, I mean, they do it with everyone. Like they did it with everyone. They did it with Girls' Generation.
2021 release, they've been very committed to a certain to that certain yeah. They've invested a lot of that in
I think
that.
aespa was like, the start, of course. Well, aespa is all about Kwangya, I mean, that's not even a joke at this point. My Nevis
Right,
will love you.
Nevis, blah blah.
We love you.
Ugh.
We love you.
So I threw up in my mouth and swallowed it. So, like 1 second.
Pero,
look, I'm just saying, like, and what do you call the Espa fans? Black Mambas or
My.
Okay, cool, sure. Look, they can attack me all they want. I'm just saying that
on blast.
It's fucking horrible what they're doing with Espa. And like I said, I don't hate Espa. I actually like them. But I don't like them enough because of the song choices that they're getting.
Yeah.
It's like I feel that I would totally be invested with Espa like how I was with Red Velvet
If you heard
SNSD.
if you heard the album, it was really good. It's a really good showing for Aespa. And
I'll probably listen to the album, you know.
You should.
Then again, like, hey, Jason, and you always give me flack about not listening to whole albums, and I can understand that. But it's just that it's not normally the albums that make the group, right? Kasi that's why title tracks are
when
made.
it comes to, what meets the eye. What meets the eye is all
and
about
that's
the
your
tracks.
and imagine that's your first impression
in a
to
pop
fans
way.
like me.
Yeah, that's true.
That's your first impression to fans like me who don't normally listen to whole albums unless I stand.
That's that's actually a really good point of view. Like, it's when I think on this case compared to something like Luna. So wow, this was a cool music video. I think like putting the whole universe right in your face as a newcomer to the group kind of alienates you a bit.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on, right?
Right.
Since it's more apparent, it feels like you missed out on a lot.
What I said earlier, so what was my first music video of Luna, right? I watched it. And then I think that's the perfect example of someone who listens or would want to give a group a try and then listens to, of course, like, you're not gonna go tell me that, Mamamoo, you should listen to fucking Destiny. So no, you listen to You're the Best. You listen to Go Go Bebe, those songs. You listen to Windflowers because they're the title tracks. They're the tracks that had enough votes as far as the group or the company goes when it comes to which has the most
appeal
to,
or at
appeal
least
and to it, right?
it's the most digestible.
Yeah,
exactly. So if you're telling me that I'm the guy that wants to give Espa a chance, and then I listen to songs like Black Mamba and fucking Next Level and whatever their next song was earlier, like 2 days ago, I think. It's like, no, like that's not a nice showing. Okay. And I haven't listened to their third song. I might like it. I might change my mind. And look, Jason, and I know you know this because Jason and I have been friends for years. I'm an SM simp.
Yeah.
Right? All of the groups I normally stan come from SM. So this is a very difficult pill for me to swallow, where I can't bank on SM anymore.
As a company for recommendation for other people, that's crazy.
Yeah,
because a lot of companies in the big three is like big three does not exist now. I believe that.
Well, no,
when it comes to
I think that they still do though.
Artists,
but
artist star power, money star power, yeah, sure, right? When it comes to more of the artists, it's just very less showing. JYP is doing really weak for twice. That's kind of sad.
The feels kind of didn't make me feel the feels.
It didn't, it's not even like people actually, supported the release. It's just that the JYP itself is sabotaging the promotion because they limited the copies to 400,050, if I remember correctly. So they can sell
there's
more
that
than
rumor,
that.
right? Allegedly, Jason, allegedly.
I don't
right?
think it's like allegedly. Like people are
Okay,
requesting.
but then in this podcast we say allegedly.
Okay, allegedly. Ikaw, hilig mo sa controversy, tapos allegedly.
No, I'm just saying, like, we can talk about it, but we can't really say it as a fact, kasi we don't really have the facts. So, I'm like, look, and I respectfully disagree with you on the top 3 or the big 3 because I just feel that there's still a big 3 company. I just don't feel like SM's a part of it anymore.
Kinda true.
I feel that it's Hive, JYP, and YG now. And
YG
SM
with one
dropped
group.
like
YG with
look,
a single
YG with one group still working. I'm totally fine with that. YG with one group with one comeback per year.
They still make it work. Like treasure not.
Absolutely.
Treasure not.
Absolutely. And I loved La Lisa. I loved the song. I don't know about you guys, but I love the song.
Sanay na ako.
I know a few good number that didn't like La Lisa, but I don't know. I liked it. I was having issues with.
It's
Yeah, exactly.
question.
Sorry. Sorry, can you repeat that, Bianca?
I think if you listen to it enough times, like me, I didn't like the song at first, but then.
But then I think that's what happened with me too. It's like, not a big fan. I don't like it that much. Yeah, everyone's singing it, and then you start singing it, and it's like, fuck, it's stuck in my head.
Get it out of my head!
Yeah, exactly. So, it doesn't really compare to Watch Me While I Work It, it doesn't. I just feel that I just can't bank on SM anymore, and it pains me to death. Because every time I've been standing SM groups, because I feel that as far as companies go, I think SM is still supposedly one of the companies that you look towards to when it comes to setting standards. But
Luna,
then this
please
is not a
not
standard
go.
that they're setting.
Luna, not to
So-
SM, please. I swear.
No, I mean, obviously not to SM. I think SM needs someone like Luna. So, and I think realistically, SM and P Nation would probably be two companies that can realistically afford Luna as 12.
True.
Because what I fear is like something that happened to IOI, which is not really out of the picture right now, because it's like realistically no one can afford all 12 of them.
Yeah, realistically.
And it pains me. It pains me to death. Like, just going back to the Luna topics, like, for all the Orbits listening, it's like, it pains me to death because I've just started standing Luna, and this is like one of the most promising, if not the most promising group, and that will carry this generation to new heights, at least for me. And then here comes this fucking douchebag of an agency that is like BBC. I hate that word.
Bokimak, BBC.
Jesus.
Lanjiao, BBC.
What are we talking about?
Kesekya,
What is
BBC.
I think I know what you're trying to say. I think I know what you're trying to say.
Lunas
Right, yeah,
around
I
the
know
world. Lunas around the
Look,
world.
I'm just
cursing
saying
BBC.
that it's just horrible. It's just horrible, and I hope that it won't happen, but I am realistically looking at it as how much of Luna can one company save? That's what I'm
That's
scared.
true.
Because they're 12 members, They're not like 4 members. I mean,
They're big.
They're a big group. They're probably
Literally
the
a
biggest girl
basketball
group right
team.
now, Yeah, they're a team.
They're
Friggin'
literally
A.
a basketball team.
So imagine like drafting the Los Angeles Lakers to like a different team. Like you can't afford them.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's
And I think
it's bad. It's bad.
I still don't know how their contracts look like. Because like Heejin has been an idol for like how many years now compared to Olivia?
5.
Like
It's like for 10 years now. I don't know.
5.
how does that work? Like
Yeah.
how do their contracts work?
Yeah.
Like, will Heejin's contract expire first, or because like it was 7 years?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah,
think-
yeah.
Look, I think that their individual contracts when they debuted are a bit different to what they signed as a group when they debuted.
Mhm.
That's what I'm looking towards, right? That's the realistic take into that. I feel that before they debuted as OT12, they might have had a different contract. And that the OT12 contract started when they debuted, and that's gonna run for like 7 years. They debuted 2018?
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah, that was
I think 19, 20, 20, yeah, 3 years as a group. But then, Heejin being the first to debut as a solo artist, or, already part of Luna, basically, debuted in 2016. So that's a different, take into that. But I just feel that it's a different contract. Because if it were the same contract, then Heejin only has 2 years left.
That's crazy if
that's
you
like
come into think of it.
weird.
It doesn't align.
Sorry, Bianca, it doesn't align. Your line is really bad right now. Is it bad for you guys as well?
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry,
Yeah, stay with us.
Kung nandiyan ka pa, Bianca, pakinggan yung basa na we hear you.
Hello.
Just saying.
Yeah.
We hear you.
Sorry, I'm in date now.
No, that's totally fine. Anyway, we'll get to our last commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll have one more topic for you guys. Hopefully a short topic because this is running long. So, we got Yobbi, Bianca, Jason, and Yuki for the Kingdom Podcast Season 2. Please do not go away.
Hey everyone, this is Mo Twister, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuki.
We are Bunk Collective, and we are podcasts that'll shake the podcast industry. No, wait, that's over-promising. We are Bunk Collective, and we're here to define meaningful storytelling. Nah, doesn't feel right. We are Bunk Collective, and we're here to make meaningful moments. Scratch that. You know what? Let's just say it like it is. We are Bunk Collective, podcasts that came to play.
A bunch of playful and creative people telling our stories on our own terms.
No matter your type of podcast, there's a ton to play with.
And there's a lot more joining the collective real soon.
So press play and play with us.
We're here to give you a good time.
Hey podcasters. Podcasting has become a staple when it comes to new things to try, especially here in the Philippines. Check all of them out on your podcast players like Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We also hope you can donate to the show for as low as 99 cents via our Anchor account. You can go to anchor.fm/thekingdompodph/support. We want to get as much content out there as possible, and a small amount like this would definitely help us out to keep the show going. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Hey, this is Jacques, aka Arcady Blog, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuki.
Welcome back to the show. You can this is the time where I invite you to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, on Anchor, all in the same name at the Kingdom Pod PH. Oh, we also have Instagram. Fuck, always forget. So at the Kingdom Pod PH, everything basically in one name, and I think our website is actually being set up. Hi, Jason. We have a website. Fuck you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can go.
Dapat ano.
You can go to thebunkph.com / No, I'm not paying for it. See? This is the Bunk Collective for you guys. If you have a podcast, you can join us there. It's on thebunkph.com / the Kingdom Pod PH. It's still being set up, but that's going to be the domain for that. So thebunkph.com / the Kingdom Pod PH, all in one name. And you can also reach us via email if you have like anything you want to say about this episode. So you can go to the Kingdom Pod PH.
So all your complaints.
For all your complaints, you can go to the Kingdom Pod PH at thebunkph.com. Welcome back to the show. This is Yuki, Jason, Yobbi, and Bianca. And yeah, main topic, Luna still, you know. Over the commercial break, I watched Espa's Pretty Savage.
Funny naman, no transition.
Yeah, sorry.
The topic.
What's the title? Pretty Savage? No, that's Blackpink's.
Savage.
Yeah.
That's Blackpink.
Yeah. And
Savage.
on the next
Savage.
Blackpink. No, sorry. So look, let's just talk about Luna. Okay, so look, I love this episode already. Jason, can we get Bianca and Yobbi to join us every time? I just talk about K-pop in general, you know. Oh, Yobbi, Bianca, let me talk to you guys. Like, do you stand other groups apart from Luna?
Yeah, Yobbi twice, right?
Yeah, I think twice, but I don't really keep up that much.
So how did you
Luna
get the
talaga.
feels with the feels?
I liked it. I think it was like something refreshing for once.
Oh my god!
But
for
like,
once.
I don't think it's that much of a hit.
Yeah, I mean,
It's good.
I,
It's good.
I get what you mean, and I think that's a recurring theme when it comes to JYP releases nowadays. It's like I don't hate it.
JYP,
Yeah.
stop making music, please.
Yeah, like, I think it's
I beg
safe.
you.
It's safe. I think that's the word. It's
Yeah.
safe.
And like it's not the same level as Feel Special.
They're not on the next level. Hey.
Yeah.
Like Espa. No, I'm kidding. So I think Jason. No, I don't think. I know Jason hates JYP. And
Yes.
I just feel that
Rightfully
the
so.
releases now, like the feels. Is it the feel or the feels?
The feels.
Yeah, the feels. So I just feel like the feels and Itzy's comeback. What's the title? Mafia? No. Loco. Yeah. I think they're not hateable songs.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
hateable
But
songs.
they're safe songs, you know? Like I don't hate it, like if you think about it. I don't hate it, but it's not like my first jam, you know? So
At their
like my first
Yeah.
jam would
I
probably
told
be
you.
Heart Shaker, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
Probably be Wannabe or Icy. Basta yung first 4 songs
I
ng Itzy.
told you.
Love Icy. We love you, Icy.
Oh man, I loved Icy. I started
They're
standing them
best,
with
honestly.
Icy, and I was like, I was a part of the Yuna gang like for at one point, and then I just
Let's
realized,
go, tama.
yeah, I just realized that Ryujin really is my bias, you know, and I love her to death. So, yeah, I think I don't know, like JYP's been releasing, a bit subpar, you know, compared to how they were releasing back then.
They usually roll,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah. I don't know, like the magic of K-pop like, you know, over now for the old fans?
I mean, it's become more corporate.
They're
I mean, you
trying
can't really
to-
blame them, right? I mean, it's
Yeah, that's true.
it's
The nature of the
yeah,
industry.
back then it was a niche market, you know? What
Yeah.
It's like if you start standing K-pop in 2009, 2008, like I did, it's like if you look into it right now, it's just so different.
Yeah, very.
They
very
approach it
different.
differently. The music is very different now, obviously, you know, because of the times, and they improve. And the market of music in general, not just K-pop, the market of music changes, and the standard changes as well. So, you know, you don't really hear Justin Bieber singing "Baby, Baby, Baby Ooh" until now, right? I mean, it's different now. So, back then it might have worked out, but imagine Justin Bieber releasing "Baby" right now. It's no.
It would not
It wouldn't
work.
work
It
out.
would not hit.
It's like a freaking 28-year-old like just singing "Baby." You know you love me, you know,
It would
things like
not
that.
work.
No, doesn't work out. So, it changes, it varies, and I just feel that for the old generation of fans, I just feel like it just doesn't have the magic that it had back then. Is it working for new fans? Hell yeah, it does. Friggin' A. But I think for us old fans, and I think I can speak for a lot of us, like it's just not that magical anymore. Don't get me wrong, I still love K-pop. I still follow you know, the industry. That's why I'm doing this podcast. It's just that, you know.
It's
Not
different
worth
now, yeah.
your
No,
time.
I don't want to say it's not worth though. I wanted to say that it's not worth me listening to concerts and crying my hearts out. Because back then, because I was poor as fuck. No, I'm not. I wasn't. But I'm just saying that back then I couldn't afford, streaming concerts. It wasn't a thing back then. And if it were, like, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford albums. I was a student, going through university and high school and whatnot. And it's just that back then, ang nagre-rely lang ako sa mga naglilink ng audio stream ng concerts. And imagine me...
Mixler.
No, not even Mixler, bro. It's like, I don't know, like friggin' shady sites na nag-allow mag-stream ng audio.
And nag-host.
And then, there are multiple ads. You just know that you're gonna get a virus after listening to it. And then, it's like, it's live. And then, something like Girls' Generation's Complete, they sing it live, and then you listen to it, and then you have like a fucking putang inang walis ting as your highlight stick, and you start crying. It's just not that anymore for me. I guess that's
there's no rush. When you listen to it.
And don't get me wrong, like obviously I love the groups that I stand. I love Mamamoo, always have, always will. I love ITZY, I love Luna. They're probably just my top 3 groups right now. But not to a point where I would cry my hearts out if ever that they disband / be inactive / someone leaving the group, And I guess that's me speaking about Wheein mostly, because Wheein's my bias in Mamamoo. Did I feel bad that she left RBW? Hell no. Like obviously
she didn't renew,
yeah,
right?
she didn't. She signed with the Live.
Yeah.
So she's now with Ailey, which is like such a promising
that's good.
that's
That's
a promising future for her, because like we can get like collaboration stages, we can get like fucking collaboration albums, we can get and I know that because of the success that Ailey had, and now that Wheein's gonna go solo, I just feel that she can go leagues ahead of what we thought she can go through with RBW. Kasi, we already know that she's a tremendous singer. I think she's the best singer in Mamamoo. Just saying. But
personally, she's my favorite.
yeah, freaking A, good stuff, right? And it's just, look, I'm not gonna cry because she left. And if Mamamoo is gonna continue with just OT3, look, I'm fine with that. And I'm not into it as much as I was back then. And I just feel that right now, like, it hurt that she left, that we're not gonna probably see OT4 for like quite a while. But I just don't feel like it goes with Luna for me as well, because I'm not that invested, though there is some sort of investment involved in me, because I always watch Luna. I watch their YouTube shows, I watch their music videos, I support them, things like that. And I always speak very highly of them because I feel very highly of them. And will it hurt me? Hell yeah, it'll sting. But will I cry about it? It's like I don't know if I will. And obviously I can't say the same for like all of us, right?
I think part of it comes from like being actual adults with other stuff to worry about. Like just another bump in the road. Yeah. Like,
if you look at it that way, yeah, I mean that's a very positive thing to say, Yobbi. And I don't know, like I'm not gonna ask how old you are, like whatever your age is. Like it's probably not the maturity per se, but it's just that like it's a spoke in the wheel of what you're currently doing in your life. Because K-pop is not, supposedly it's not your life if you're not an idol, right? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Not supposed to.
It's like if K-pop is your life, then very questionable things about what you're going through. But I'm just saying that I'm not gonna be that emotional about if Luna leaves RBW, if Luna leaves Blockberry. And that's probably like the topic right now before we cap off the show. Is like, what's the future for Luna? Because I just feel that Luna should leave Blockberry.
Definitely,
But
I agree.
but
we
here's
agree.
here's the turning point of that. It's just that if they leave Blockberry, I don't think they can go as OT12 moving forward.
Like
Realistically, I don't think so.
honestly, yeah,
It's
realistically,
a really
but
hard
like,
pill to swallow.
yeah,
Kasi
but I don't
they're
know.
expensive. I mean, Luna is Luna, and you just know that Luna will deliver as far as sales go, right? And they would want a share of that as well. And apart from the share of the sales, like you need to sign them individually, regardless if they're in a group or not. It's like it's not like a
Yeah,
group
yeah.
contract. You get what I mean? Especially now,
Yeah.
especially now that they've made a name for themselves in such a tremendous way. Realistically, it's not happening. And I don't know, like a lot of people, a lot of like I would just want to add a lot of people that are lying to themselves are saying na no, fuck you, Yuki, hindi yan totoo. Like they're just gonna re-debut as OT12 like with a different company. I don't think so. Because not one company
Just look
can
at
afford all
G-Friend.
12 of them.
They're very rare.
Oh, exactly. Look at G-Friend. There are other source who's
Tapos, they were
underhyped.
debuting with only 3 members. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Yeah, only
Yeah,
someone. I saw one. Shinbi.
Unha.
So who? Shinbi,
Shinbi, Yuna,
Unha, and
Umji.
Umji.
oh wow, I didn't know that. Really?
They're-
So
yeah,
the
they're
Onis are not there. Well, Yuju is not an Oni.
Yuju is going solo, and someone is also
Going solo?
she's pursuing her actress career.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Yeah, that scared me. Jesus
Actress
Christ.
model.
I'm not saying that someone is a bad idol. I'm just saying like it's not gonna have like that big of an effect. Like I know that she can be a tremendous actress. That's why like I was concerned. Like, oh, so what's going solo? Oh shit, really?
But, I think
I don't know.
it's just
And
the
don't get
it's
me wrong,
just
I'm a
the
big buddy.
the market. I think the pool is too big for idols to be in acting roles, especially with a lot of like really big. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, a lot of people made it work though.
I don't know.
Right?
I
I mean,
think
a
it's
lot
just
of
a
people made
whole
it work.
another league.
So we, you know,
Okay, give me.
notable
Hit me with the,
actresses or idols turned actresses.
Yeah, that's true.
Suzy,
Mhm.
IU, you know. So it works. It works out.
That's like
but
a
you
really
have
big
to have,
backing.
like, that
I mean,
factor.
Suze is basically just Miss A,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah,
Like
the message
realistically
is back.
speaking, and she has a whole
Right,
brand
exactly.
for herself
Mhm.
before she even left. So
Yep, that too.
that's like only 2 actresses.
The group.
Unji, I don't know if she's still pursuing.
Onji,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, yeah, she's acting right now. She's releasing her like another series, and I think
I
the
hope-
series is like super cool.
I
And
hope they're
thanks for
actually
reminding me,
getting
Jason. I
like
have to
good
watch that.
ratings. Or support. It's just that
Yeah, I hope so too. You know.
I am not hearing about this if I'm not volunteering myself into it. Unlike the whole idol, spectrum, it's just you. If you hear it,
Yeah.
they probably have a following. That's just basically the rule. When it comes to acting, there's like you have to count the really big actors and actresses as well, like the cast. Especially now, Squid Game's really big.
Right.
Luna's participating in Squid Game. True, God bless
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
They're
super big.
they're they're actually on their way. Squid Game is actually on their way to be named like
I
the
think-
most
Yeah, I
watched
think it's already
TV show
is.
in Netflix history.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
They
At
already
this point.
are? Oh shit, yeah, Ali's confirming it. Oh, okay, that's insane. Wow. Good stuff. I watched it late.
Okay lang naman.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's a good show.
I still haven't seen it.
Yeah. Oh,
I haven't even
guys.
watched it.
I still
Ah,
haven't
you
seen
should watch it. It's so good. It's so good.
We already know what happens because everyone is
everyone's
watching everything.
Yeah, it's like Avengers Endgame. Everyone dies.
Thank you.
It's like not Endgame, Infinity War, friggin' A. But yeah, I just feel that just going back to the topic, like Jason, we haven't heard from you. What's your realistic future?
It's so
for Luna?
It's so strange. Just like talking about this, and while they just post selfies and stuff, pictures where Hyunjin suddenly became Jenny, and Blinks don't know that it's actually Hyunjin who's in their profile pictures. It's a very strange time. And the pictures are actually getting super good. It's kind of sad. Do you know like the Kodak filter or something? It's like very Polaroidish.
I know their McDonald's
It's like,
photo shoot.
It's
their McDonald's
it's
photo
something.
shoot, right?
It feels like
Burger King photo
very
shoot.
very Polaroidish. All of these pictures. It has some somber tone into it. You know. It's just I can absorb it as
all the
much. I
film
don't
photos
know
they've
about
been
the future, but everything makes a lot of sense. They've been posing in bodegas. They've been there's an influx of pictures, way more than before. It's
Then so it's what started to make us think that
either
they
that
have
or
social media
they're
freedom.
trying to distract us.
We're from the hiatus.
Yeah, I don't know about the social media freedom. Like I get what you mean because they post a lot, and I normally like the optics of everything looks like they're just posting whatever they want to post.
It's handled by
But
managers and stuff.
Yeah.
I think
man.
my whole take for this is just
Yeah, for sure.
me. I've already come to terms whether if they disband or not. They've had a really good run. That's just what matters for me. It's just the legacy that they leave behind, if ever. I've experienced it too much. I stand Kara, After School, Nine Muses, etc. etc. They're all sweet tune. I
Those
started not to
generation.
care. But if they had good songs, yeah, they have good songs, and they have had a lot.
Look, I feel I
Yeah.
feel bad for Hassel. I just feel
Getting
so
back
horrible
onto
for
this.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she just came back
Hasul.
to all of this.
Oras na.
It's like another stressful
It's a
moment.
firing
It's like-
range.
Yeah.
It's just really bad.
Isang-isangin mo na.
In Minecraft photo.
I don't know.
In Minecraft photo.
Like I feel bad for Hassel.
Barilin in Minecraft. Okay.
Berlin.
I wonder if he saw it coming though, because like
They
this has been
probably
going
did.
on even while she
It's really.
They probably did. I mean, obviously, it's not something that they're gonna say out front, right? It's like they're not saying that. Oh, look, guys, just wanted to give you a heads up. We're disbanding soon. It's not that. Like, obviously, that's not gonna be the case ever in any group. But I don't know. Like, I just feel that they already saw this coming. Like, even probably like a year ago, pa. Kasi you have probably a lot of orbits felt that already with how the management goes, on managing them, and then you're seeing it with how stylists style them, things like that, where normally like us old fans, we would just say that hindi, baka yun lang talaga yung damit para sa kanya, like wala tayong magagawa. Yun yung probably gusto ng management, or yun yung probably gusto ng stylist, or siguro sila mismo yung may gusto nun. You'll never know. But I just feel that a lot of you guys, like a lot of orbits, would have probably felt like the end is nearing with this. And even if you look at it as far as the Lunaverse goes, I think it's also lining up. Kasi they're getting nearer the Earth, I think, or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So
I think they reversed timeline so many times.
Don't get me wrong. I still do not get the Luniverse. It's like that Venn diagram bullshit.
I don't
like,
think we're ever gonna get it.
No,
think
I don't
about.
think. I gotta, Jason.
Yeah.
Jason, we already talked about this back then. I told you that we should get someone that knows the Luniverse inside and out.
So
and just
guys,
talk
here's
about it,
Luniverse 101.
Right. So guys, if you're listening to this, I know a lot of orbits are gonna listen to this episode. It's like if you're someone that knows
Contact.
the Luniverse inside and out, please DM us or tweet us. We want to guest you because
we know a lot of people.
do you?
Can
Can you
They're
pitch a lot of people. We'll vouch for people.
Yeah, we know the details of the universe.
No. Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Jason,
They're more...
here we go. This is it. We gotta do that episode. It's like that would probably be like 2 hours of me just like, huh? What?
There has to be diagrams involved.
So it's probably matching up as well if you look at it in the Luniverse aspect. And look, and I'm gonna agree with Jason on this one, and that's a hard thing for me to do. But as far as them disbanding, I think I've come to terms with it as well. It's like I'm not really expecting them to fight for Luna, ganto ganyan. It's like they can only do so much. And that's the
like
realistic
in power
stance to
over here.
I think obviously we're not.
We literally cannot do anything.
Obviously we're not. Unless you're like a billionaire or like even just a millionaire orbit that wants to, hey, gusto mo, batay agency, I'll get you guys. Okay, cool. Unless you're someone like that.
Eyes one, yeah.
Like what iZone fans did?
Sure. I mean, it's not working out for them still anyway, but yeah, at least they're trying. And props for them for trying, right? And I think a lot of orbits are contacting Elon Musk.
The money. The money.
Guys, he's busy saving the world.
Grimes.
But
crime pinanawagan kami.
We're knocking
kay
at your
Elon
door.
Musk. Put SpaceX like in the back seat first and just save Luna for now.
Luna first.
Marami ka na masyadong pera, Elon.
I know, right? He has Tesla, he has SpaceX. Jesus Christ. So good. But yeah, just all kidding aside, I think as far as me and Jason goes, I think we've come to terms with it. How about you guys?
If Luna goes, you're going to.
I'm not gonna stand K-pop. F this.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck K-pop.
We're Luna Pop.
Why Luna?
So wait, yeah, Bianca, you're the girl who's like, oh, I stand multiple groups.
I only stand Red Velvet now. I don't even. I don't participate in their fandom anymore. But Red Velvet and not the only girl groups.
It's already so overwhelming. I don't.
Having multiple fandoms is a
turns you into
difficult
someone who
thing
just,
to do.
Yeah, very.
So I just feel that
new content, okay.
Exactly. I think yeah. I think as a podcaster, like, especially in K-pop, I think being a casual fan is such a bliss compared to people like spending tons and tons. Like I probably did that with Mamamoo, but I'm not really invested in the Moo fandom. Get what I mean? It's like I stand Mamamoo and I love Mamamoo, but it's like, yeah, I can definitely say I'm a Moo. I can definitely say like I'm a Midzi, I'm an Orbit. It's just that it's like that's just for the optics of everything. I'm not saying that it's like I have a ton of Orbit moods or I have a ton of Midzi moods, because I have very little, almost none, It's like for Orbits, I think
it's kind of it's an overwhelming culture to get involved.
Oh, you should have been here back in the early 2010s. If you're a multi-stan, you're a bad person. You're one of the most horrible persons in the world.
Imagine if you were 21 in Girls' Generation.
Oh yeah, I was. But
oh god.
Yeah, but like I'm mostly for Girls' Generation, and Jason knows this. But I never discounted 21. It's just that when it comes to like, if you ask me about the nation's girl group scene back then, of course a lot of them are gonna say no, it's 21. No, it's Girls' Generation. I just feel like realistically it wasn't even close. It's like,
and I think I would agree to.
I think people from the outside would know more about this. Like they're actually the reality check for topics like this. It's because presence outside. It's.
Yeah, and I've just, and remember I said that I've been speaking on the Bunk Collective podcasts thing. It's like one of the hosts, Carissa, shout out to her. She's not a K-pop fan. She's a K-drama fan, but she's not really into K-pop. But she's aware of the culture. It's like she's scared of like freaking fandoms. It's like say everything like, oh, BTS, ano ibig sabihin nun behind the scenes ba? Whoa! No, don't say that. It's like, dude, chill. It's like, it's a normal thing. Like, if you're not into K-pop and you say, BTS, what does that mean behind the scenes? No, you fucking dick. Ganyan, blah, blah, blah. Like, guys, chill.
The BTS.
And I think that's where basically what Jason's coming from as well when it comes to from someone from the outside looking in is that people fear K-pop fandoms, especially Blinks and fucking armies. And I've been very open about it. Look, I love Blackpink, I love BTS, but I would never ever would want to be dubbed as someone like an army or Blink. Never.
My favorite.
It's just so bad.
My favorite.
I'm not saying that all of you are bad. Guys, the armies in the Blink. It's just that
I'm just avoiding saying anything
Yeah.
at this point, but like I can agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people get scared of like us, and that's a collective thing because we're K-pop
we
fans.
take orbit as a derogatory term. Don't worry.
See, that's it. See, that's what I'm coming. That's where I'm coming from as well. It's like I would say that I'm a Midzi. I would say that I'm a Mumu. I would say that I'm an Orbit only for optics. It's like, oh, who do you stand? Oh, I stand on Mo. Oh, so you're a Mumu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so that we can avoid the conversation, Not that like I'm scared of having that conversation because I think I've made a living out of making people's lives miserable at one point. But that's like I don't need to have some sort of label, quote unquote, on me na gusto mo yung BTS so army ka. Not necessarily. I like their songs. I like
the
them.
people who would actually
I like
label,
BTS. Like I probably love them.
They're with you with that are the armies. Like okay. They would be saying that because they understand like being an army is a big deal to them.
Yeah.
They'd rather.
Yeah, that too. Like, can you handle the responsibility?
Put you like okay.
And
so you don't call yourself army. That's fine. They'd rather have you say that.
I am all for stream their songs, buy their albums. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for
It's funny that you have to
and
defend
that's why
yourself like this
I can
multiple
understand. Right. And it's just that like I can understand where other orbits are coming from. Na stream their songs, buy their albums, ganito ganyan. Look, I understand where you guys are coming from. Will it make any difference? Not really, because the CEO's a bitch. But like I'm just saying that it doesn't really matter for me. I want to support them, and the only way for me to show them my support, the easiest way for me to show them my support is that I stream their songs. I buy their albums. But they don't they don't really know me. Unless like, I meet them on like a daily basis or like a weekly basis na, oy, ganito, oy, Solar, kamusta? Ganito, ganyan.
Kumusta with EJ?
Yeah. So, like that. Like it doesn't really matter for me personally. It's like I would buy their albums, I would stream their songs. Sure. But will I stream them for like 24 hours or like even an hour a day? Hell no.
Sign me out.
It's like, dude, I'll refresh that page 5 times max. It's like, I'm not.
And that's enough.
No, it doesn't. No, dude. It's like, because like for us, it doesn't. If you're old, doesn't really matter because we experienced back then when, like, for instance, I always say this as an example. I Got a Boy had like, I don't know, 2 to 5 million views on their first day. I was like, wow, shit! I Got a Boy 5 million views. I'm so happy. Then now 5 million views. Ay puta, basura yan. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I just don't care. I want to listen to their songs. I want to see them, have fun. Like, I want to see the music video. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna fucking refresh that 6,000 times.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a responsibility.
Exactly. That's it. Thank you very much, Bianca.
Something you're enjoying.
Thank you. K-pop should not be your life, you guys. That is
touch grass.
That is the reality of things. It shouldn't be.
Or
it should be a part of it. It can be a part of it, sure. Pero like for you to have K-pop like the whole day just K-pop, wala kang trabaho, ganto ganyan. It's like you don't wanna go into relationships because your OPA standards are just so fucking high. No. You're not. I don't know if you're gonna be happy in your whole life if you're gonna start just having some sort of outrageous standard for yourself and basing it on K-pop.
If it's like that, then there's something deeper you have to address.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not saying that staying single is a bad thing. Obviously, it's not. But I'm just saying that if the reason of you staying single is because I'm waiting for Jimin Oppa to marry me, that's you gotta, dude.
Wake up! Wake up! Like,
wake up. It's like, are you Ollie London or something? I don't know. Like, sorry, that might be a very controversial thing to say, but it's like, fuck.
Not me. Actually, it's my girlfriend.
Okay. Future, I guess, like,
it's bad.
It's bad, you guys. It is really bad.
It is.
Luna, I love you,
the button
guys.
is very bad.
There's no other way to put it.
It's like Atlantis all over again.
With the Swift.
Pero wala eh. That's the reality of things. We just have to deal with it.
Like we as fans can only do so much.
Yep.
Yeah, the reality is that we can't do anything.
Realistically, we can't really do anything. You get what I mean? Like, if you look at it in a business standpoint, as fans, it's like you can't really do anything. There has to be some sort of monumental change when it comes to the landscape of K-pop, where at one point, Blackpink and Twice are, freaking bombing the charts. And then you wake up one day and then Luna's like #1 on everywhere. Then that's a different story. Then that at one point, like, probably fans can do something about it. But if there's no dramatic change, like in an overnight time frame, I just don't think that there's a lot of things we can do now. And I'm sorry, that's just the reality. A lot of people will really feel sad about this, myself included, and all of us here, like all 4 of us. It's just that it's like we have to come to terms on things, and we have to be realistic, and we have to be, grounded on what's going to happen next. If that's the thing that they need to do, then that's the thing they need to do. If they need to disband, then that's it. Kasi you really. And that goes for me when it comes to Wheein as well. You just don't want them individually hating the agency they're in right now just to continue pleasing you. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because obviously they don't owe us anything. And I think as to us, like, we don't really owe them anything as well. Like, in hindsight, we appreciate the songs and we want to reciprocate that. We appreciate the music and the content they're doing, and we want to reciprocate that by supporting them. Don't get me wrong, like, that in itself, parang that's where you balance it in. Pero we don't really owe them anything, nor do they owe us anything. So I don't want them to stay with Blockberry Creative just so that they can continue pleasing me. That's not how a true fan should feel.
Yeah.
So we can all feel that, OT12 forever, ganto ganyan, wag kayo magdi-disband, please. We can all feel that way. But if you're someone being very damaging towards the group or like the fandom just so that they can stick as OT12 and stay in one agency, then there's something wrong with the choices that you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I just want to add on to what you said. Like, we don't owe them anything. They don't owe us anything. Like, ultimately, their agency is in control of their career and the flow of their career.
Yeah.
And it's like, if their own agency doesn't support them, continues to put them in several like
very sticky situations.
Yeah. Like, why should you stay there? Like, if they want out, I completely support them, and I see why they would want out. So yeah, like as a fan, whatever they want to do in the future, go long.
With Vivi pa lang talagang.
Right, justice for Vivi. That's why it's trending sometimes, you guys. Like justice for Vivi. Jesus Christ, what a great character Vivi is, and it's like she gets
Love you, queen.
wow as fucking lines in the song.
Right, it should
Best friend.
So much better, so much better.
I don't think she hasn't gone home since like 2019, like not even once. The last time she went home was like Butterfly era, way before the hiatus, I think.
Yeah, we could probably incorporate that with the pandemic. But like all of them.
I mean,
have
the fact that
sacrifices on
she's
their,
just not
like,
getting paid.
And yeah, that in itself. It's like, Mom, I can't go home. Why? Fucking BBC can't pay me.
Haven't paid me my dues.
It's just a weird situation to be in.
What a show. It's a 2-hour show, you guys. Fuck you all.
Wow.
This long ass.
Sorry.
You know, really, when it's with the two of us, like, I don't know why time like just flies by so quickly.
Literally, how
7.
many hours was our longest
7 to 8.
podcast?
7 to 8.
Our longest space?
7? 7 hours?
That's how I did radio back then. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Yeah, I can never in the life of me try and make a 3-hour show, like a 3-hour show ever again without music. It's insane how...
Let them plug.
No, we didn't do that. Like, we just did
like
2.5.
impromptu.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna let the plug later on. But it's like I can never, like, I can't imagine still doing like a 5-hour show, like right now, with just like, anything. You guys are troopers. I salute you both. Like, that's insane. It's like, is this like a weekly thing that you guys are doing? I want you to plug the show. Like,
Pag-trip nila.
We literally just do whenever we feel like it.
Whenever we feel like it.
So what's the page you go to?
You just put hashtag TiPodcast. And then,
Hashtag TiPodcast. If you want to contact us, just hashtag TiPodcast.
Or at
least
follow anyone.
Yeah.
Can you tag me next time you go on Spaces? Like, I want to listen.
Yobbi usually hosts the space.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually start the spaces and then I just add Bianca as a co-host. And then we just go on for like how many hours?
I rap
people sing. Letting people overshare on our platform.
You rapped?
And then
yeah, super bass.
You rap, Jason. You rap super bass.
Monster.
I super bass. Monster. Sorry.
Oh my God, you made Jason rap. Oh my God.
He did it out of his own free will.
That is horrible.
He signed up.
There was a contest.
Like, he willingly signed up.
Oh, Jason, why did you do that? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. You rap. Oh my god, that would have been like the audio clip of the year. Oh shit. I wish someone would have like recorded that.
Some people got it.
I don't know.
Did someone record
I
it?
think some people got it. I don't know. Maybe we'll check.
Hey, can you please, can you
I think
guys?
some people
It
got
was
it.
with Luna the PH.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
We'll see.
Challenge show.
Let's go back to it later.
So you did the boom boom boom, things like that. Oh my god, Jason, that's insane. I gotta get that clip. I gotta get that clip. Jesus Christ. So guys, when is your next show? Like, do you have like anything lined up?
Kapag trip lang namin.
We have plans of our own podcast, but we're
Free
currently.
spirits.
Ano ba ginagawa natin, Yobbi?
Orbit,
Nothing.
talent showcase.
No, like we do have plans of like making it an official podcast, like not just on Spaces randomly, but like we're still working on the logistics of it because we're
Booked and
pretty busy
busy.
right now.
Yeah.
Busy looking for ways for Luna to stay as OT12. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
The working question.
Yeah. Fucking good stuff. So where can we find you individually? Please promote your socials.
Yobbi. Dax, ikaw muna.
Bianca.
Did you call her Dax?
Yuki, please.
Bianca. Oh my god, Jesus. I'm so sorry.
Dax.
Sorry.
Oh, wait.
So I called Dax.
Yeah,
Okay, Bianca.
Yeah, my social is I'm still at Jinsel BFF. The name is Hickory
Hickory.
Manager, Luna Island Manager. Luna Island branch.
Jinsol.
So that's Jinsol BFF. That's JINSOL BFF.
JINSOL BFF.
Yeah. Bahikuri. What?
Hijin's
Bahikuri.
runs a bakery.
It's Hijin's Bakery.
Oh.
Hijin's Bakery. Very committed to this Luna Island role playing.
So good, so good. All right, good stuff. And what about you, Yobbi?
I'm at Jinsol Nerd. That's Jinsol, as in JINSOUL Nerd. NERD. I'm the blue bear na umiiyak.
Yeah.
Christmas hat version.
So fucking stupid.
That's my brand now. Never changing that.
Actually, like
Stupid
this
ass
is really witty. Can you not ever change it? It's like super cute. Just take
Out of
off the
season.
Christmas hat every time.
Number.
Yeah, I'll change it every time.
Like per season.
Every
season.
Hallmark holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween
New Year, my fireworks. For Valentine's Day, my heart.
So Bluebear no
For,
umiiyak.
for March, my graduation cap.
Oh, holy crap! Oh my god, it's so good. It's like, oh, what are you going as on Halloween?
Blueberry na umiiyak.
The lady of Brian.
So good.
That's me.
I love you, Blue Bear.
What? Wait,
Blue
what's
Bear,
Blue
that's me.
Bear? Is it just a
It's
blue
a
bear?
long story.
Is it just a blue
It's
bear?
an inside joke.
It's a Facebook sticker, as far as I know.
Yeah. It's a Facebook sticker. It's an inside joke. It's really stupid.
Yeah.
It's really stupid. Okay.
Really stupid.
It's just a stupid thing.
Stupid lesbian things.
Good stuff. Okay, guys, I love both of you. Please come back on the show. I hope we're still friends after this. I'm really sorry.
We'd love to come
Like,
back.
moving forward, like a lot of people, like I'm totally fine with just me getting the hate. If it's like the hosts or the guests that are getting them, like that's a different story for me. It's like I'll go battling people, but it's like I'm just glad that you guys are here. Thank you very much. I loved you guys here. Please come back. And yeah, freaking A. That's the show
Nothing.
for everyone. Jason, do you have anything to plug?
Vote well. Thank
Exactly. All right, that's the show, you guys.
you. Vote well.
What?
Shout out to T-Borbs.
Wait,
Yeah. Shout out to
T-Borbs,
pala.
Awaga, and sino ba?
shout out to Blackberry. Get your shit together. Fucking A.
Pokemon.
Fuck you, Blackberry. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Blackberry.
Fuck you.
I'd like to say hi to Tiborbits, Awagans,
Awagan.
and if the divas are, if they're ever
Gonna listen to this.
here tuning
Yeah.
in, hey.
Shout out to all the blue bears
come
that
on.
might go extinct
Yes, to the Blue Bears. The Blue Bear Nation.
Blueberry.
The Blueberry Nation, so good.
Blueberry
Oh
Nation.
my god! All right, that's the show, you guys. This will be available on your favorite social media and podcast streaming platforms. Everything will be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and again, you can visit us on thebunkph.com. We have multiple podcasts there. So might want to try and listen to some of them. You might pique your interest. Podcasting is a big thing right now, and I think you got podcast should definitely be like an official podcast. Like guys, go for it. And then join the bunk. Yeah, good stuff. Oo, kinuha ko agad. Siyempre, ganun talaga. That's business. Like, the podcast getting a lot of views. Like, you guys should definitely consider, like, not joining Bunk, but just starting your own podcast. It's something really cool to do. And I feel that you guys enjoy it anyway. So, should be good. Good stuff. That's the show. Thank you very much for listening. And, we'll see you again soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
See you later.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
The Kingdom Podcast is executively produced by The Voice DJ Yuki and co-engineered by senior producer Jason Aguayo. Special thanks to the Kingdom Podcast creative team. You can like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Anchor at The Kingdom Pod PH. All episodes are available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and any other platforms you use to listen to podcasts. Thanks for listening and see you next time.